Ours is a cycle of hatred. Alliances forged and broken. We have paid the price for sharing this world. And we have forgotten what makes us strong.
Close ranks! Advance has won! Lordaeron will be ours!
My king, we have her cornered.
Keep firing!
Hello everyone, so we're going to continue working on our baby rogue now. I probably will not get all of the chat because Restream is fucking garbage software. Oh, sorry, I swore again. It's garbage software, and right now I have 3 channels going. I have Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube, and it is connecting to exactly one of them. That is a 67% failure rate, and I consider 10% to be unacceptable. So I'm going to think in the future I'm going to ditch Restream and go with one platform. So now I have to choose the platform I want, and the first thing that I must say is it's going to be Twitch that goes. So I have to choose between YouTube and Mixer. I'm leaning towards YouTube. I really like Mixer and a lot of its features. But the reason why I like YouTube is, unlike Twitch and unlike Mixer, YouTube doesn't have a subscription fee, and I don't want anyone who watches to be expected to pay a subscription to get like basic features or advanced features or whatever. The only thing I think a paying YouTube subscriber should get is no ads, really. And I think that alone should be worth the price of admission. So I'm leaning towards YouTube, but I really like some of the features of Mixer, and I might try my hand at Mixer sometime. Or I might just choose my platform based on the game at hand, because Mixer's co-streaming is great for games like WoW or Left 4 Dead or Wolfenstein Youngblood or other co-op games. If you play with someone who's also streaming, you can create a co-stream so you can watch all viewpoints at once, and that's a handy feature to have. So Mixer or YouTube, I don't know. Either way, I want to ditch Restream because I'm sick and fucking tired of having to, like, delete a channel and re-add it every time the fucking chat breaks, which is every time I fucking stream. So, you know, if they would not be fucking hot garbage, then maybe I would actually be inclined to use it. But, you know, the shit's not reliable, and I don't like using things that aren't reliable. Alright, so we have Thinning the Ranks, Secrets of the Flamebinders, Wolfsbane Root. Where's the Wolfsbane Root quest? The Cages, Wolfsbane Root, Northern Hospitality. I'm gonna hold off on this quest area because that is not faction specifics. Neither is that. So I think I'm gonna go up and do the Northern Hospitality and Wolfsbane Root. So what we're going to do is untrack that, and untrack that. So we're looking at those two. So let's go up there, let's mount up, fly over there. Let's look at our spellbook and see what we're getting soon. We're at level 71. We get Mastery at 78 and Cloak at 80. Oh, that's way too late to get Cloak of Shadows. But we're pretty much almost at getting all of our abilities from 80 to 90. It looks like you don't get much. You get a new talent at 90. I'll get a new talent at 75, so there's that. That's okay. Probably just go with Prey on the Weak because it's the most useful in general. I forgot that I have Marked for Death and I just have not been using it. I may switch Marked for Death to Vigor. I need to be in a rest area. Let's do Vigor when next time we get into a rest area. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're Wolfsbane Root. Where's the Wolfsbane Root? No, that's a... Let's read the quest text. Uproot. there's Wolfsbane root. Alright, apparently I didn't loot this guy, or my bags are full. No, my bags are not full. They're not even close to full. One more? Let's go turn in these quests. This is one of my favorite zones from Wrath of the Lich King.
What can I do for you?
Okay, which of these is going to be a bigger upgrade? Why did I equip that? Spell critical hit. Did I not see that? Well, now we know what one we're going to replace. The one that's not appropriate to my class or spec, so...
Have a good one.
I must have missed that. That's really weird. I must have just missed the word spell and saw critical hit, and just that's weird. That was a bad choice on my part.
Hello. Have a good one.
Alright, so what's next?
Can I help you?
Test of metal. Find Sergeant Bonesnap northwest of Silverbrook and pass the test of metal. Alright, friend, you've done us a favor or two, but that's not the true test of a person's courage. Around these parts, you're not a real hunter unless you wear your prey's skin. Fair enough. Sergi unsheaths his skinning knife and hands it to you. The leader of those motherless orcs attacking our town is called Bonesnap. You'll find him in a camp further northwest. That's right, you're going to skin the monster. That's really dark, you know that? Zoldrak, right up. We're almost right in Zoldrak. Oh, there's a quest up there. Zoldrak, I don't think, had a lot of faction-specific stuff, so... Let's kill Mr. Bonesnap here. Wow, I did not think that would completely break the sap. Oh, she probably activated and broke the sap. Words of warning. Thanks for helping me. My name's Sasha. Listen, I have to get the hell out of here. The people that sent you here, my people, they've changed. They're not good people anymore, and they want to turn you into one of them. This test they sent you on is just the beginning. Head to the northwest end of Silverbrook. You'll find something of interest to you. Good luck, and trust no one. Alright. Let's go to the Northwest End then. What is it that we will find there?
Hey there.
You! You're not one of them. Quick, let me out. We have to get to Amberpine Lodge immediately. Once Lieutenant Dumont finds out who these people really are, this town will be reduced to rubble. Open the wooded cage and help the Free Alliance escape from Silverbrook. Report to Lieutenant Dumont when you reach Amberpine Lodge. Alright, so what do we get? We'll get boots or a ring. The boots look to be the more significant upgrade, so we'll go that way. Alright. What? Was I bitten? Of course not. Do I have to talk to you? Yeah, I know they're not human, they're Worgen, because that's one of the story arcs of this zone. At least for the Alliance, because the Horde doesn't really have that kind of story arc. How fucking long is this? Jesus. I mean, it does not take that long to go the distance you did. You took like the most indirect, meandering route you could possibly take. Probably just to make filler quest. Your probably design is designed so that you arrive like with a sliver of health. That's way design is like this, but it's really annoying, honestly. I do love this zone though. Alright. Now what are we supposed to do? We have to turn into Dumont.
You need something?
Oh, it upgraded. I didn't realize that it did that for Wrath of the Lich King stuff. That's an upgrade? Wait, what? Yeah, I think that's an upgrade. Why did I replace it? Why is it saying that's an upgrade? Because it has no crit. It's 1 agility and no... What the fuck? I should have gotten the other thing.
See you around.
1 agility is not worth 8 crit. Not even close. Alright. Let's vendor off some shit.
I have many, many wares.
Alright,
Find good trails.
where do we have to go now? Silver Brick Hunter. God, this flying's so slow. How to do quests like this. You pick them off at the edge on your way in. Where's my ranged ability? Oh, it's bound to key F. Oh, you're kind of stuck in the ground there. Guess I need to kill 2 more. Need to save Shadow Dance for the boss guy. When he spawns. There he is. Kill one more guy. You look good. Good candidate. Alright, let's go back and turn that in. Both of them, actually.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
I would upgrade it. Probably not an actual upgrade, though, because there's no secondary stats on it. And this one has 3 sockets. With cheap gems, because it's leveling gear. Yeah, it's nowhere near as good. And I got that in the Burning Crusade. I mean, it's not really relevant with the way the scaling is now. Report to Gregarian Stout Mantle again. Alright, so let's go up there. Wait, there's a quest somewhere? A quest?
Goddess bless you.
The failed world tree, a dark influence. No, that's not faction specific, so we're not going to worry about that. Let's go up to the other spot there. That might not be faction specific, but I'd like those quests anyways. Well, there might be some faction specific. I'm trying to do all the alliance specific stuff because most of my characters that I've leveled have been Horde. And I don't know the Alliance side of that many stories outside of what you get out of the Horde perspective. There are some that I know. I've leveled a couple Alliance characters, but none above. I think my highest level Alliance character is my Death Knight on this realm, who is level 102. That looks like a failed world tree.
What can I do for you? Light be with you.
Alright. Hollowstone Mine. I've been meaning to send some of our lads to check out Hollowstone Mine. Haven't had a chance to yet. We've had our hands full between Horde on the west and Iron Dwarves to the east. If Dumont sent you, though, the least I can do is point you in the right direction. You'll find the mine entrance to the northwest, not far from here. See if you think operations there can be salvaged. We sure could use the additional resources until our mine in Farshire is operational again. Look for clues inside Hollowstone Mine, northwest of the Westfall Brigade encampment.
Light bless you.
Okay, softening the blow. Our best bet for moving our forces quickly to Ice Crown Glacier lies within the network of tunnels beneath the ancient Iron Dwarf city of Thor Modan. Rugar, Stoneshear, and his Explorers League boys aren't going to be happy, but orders are orders. The news might go over better if you brought him a cask of that moonshine sold by that trapper, Hugh Glass, down at Redwood Trading Post, southeast of here, along the tree line. Man's not right in the head, but you won't find better moonshine out here. Listen up, rogue. Your days here are numbered. As much as we need capable rogues in our ranks, there's trouble up north that makes our problems look like a Midsummer Stormwind parade. Turns out the Scourge are concentrating their efforts, making a big push to take over Zuldrak. If that happens, we may as well pack it in. You're free to finish any business here, but then it's off to Light's Breach with you. Speak to Samuel if you need transportation dismissed. That looks like a breadcrumb quest to Zuldrak. Let's put that in our log and worry about it later.
Be careful.
We're going to focus on Grizzly Hills for now. So what do we have here? Captain Stoutmantle left most of our cavalry horsemen at the fight for Adventure Bay. We chose a good place to put the camp because there are tons of Highland Mustangs running around near here and in the Boulder Hills to the northeast. The captain put me in charge of capturing some of them. Will you help? I've got a stick and some string, and there are loads of wild carrots growing near the camp. Pick the carrots and use them with the stick to lure the Mustang, then ride it back here. Alright. So let's take that one and $64 to $80. I could go up there. I am more than level 64. Let's go to Hollowstone Mine first. Oh, Forsaken.
Hey there.
Have to burn the corpses of some miners, it looks like. I can't sap any of these guys because they're undead. And I'm not burning any of the fucking corpses either because I'm an idiot. Oh, sorry, I swore again. I should be smarter and pay attention to my quest texts. I should use Kidney Shot more because it's a great defensive ability. That's several seconds that you're not taking damage.
You need something? What can I do for you? See you around.
Nothing's an upgrade. Because they all have absolute crap stats in spite of being higher item level. Isn't that great? It's great, isn't it? It's definitely great. Alright, what do we do now? We return to the captain. He's up here.
King's honor, friend. For the Alliance.
All right. What do we do now? Let's get some horsies. Get some horses. Is that the? That's not that one. Oh. Some carrots. We need 5 Mustangs. I wanted to grapple over there. I can't grapple because I'm not outlaw. That'd be 4 carrots, yep. Oh, there's a quest somewhere over there.
Can I help?
I love it when I miss quests. Runa the Blind. Hey there. I overheard what you were saying to the captain. I just want to know things aren't that simple in Northrend. Just because someone's dead doesn't mean they're out of the picture. Southwest here near Vorgersville Pass lives a blind woman who goes by the name Runa the Blind. Oh, very creative name. They say she speaks to the dead and has visions of the past and future. I haven't heard your whole story, but it sounds like she'd be right up your alley. I think I know where that quest is, what it is. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Let's go get some horses. Some horses. Where are the horses? I believe they are over here, where the grass is lighter. I believe the Horde version has a daily? Or is it a regular quest? I don't remember what it is, where you have to scare the crap out of the horses. With fire or something. Where am I supposed to take them to? Where's Squire Percy? Oh, there he is. That wasn't so bad, was it? Where's the thing? Stick, is that my weapon? Oh, that's my weapon, lovely. I should have made note of that. Oh, transmog. This is the first expansion to use vehicles with this interface. If anyone watching did not know that. Hey, my night's been okay. Sorry I didn't see your thing. The old version of Restream chat for the desktop used to give me a sound when someone said something, because like it's kind of hard to play a game and watch chat at the same time, because I have to turn my head to see the chat. I have YouTube stream status set to low latency. I haven't timed it. It's probably 3 to 5 seconds. Normal stream delay is usually over 10, I think. I should set my chat here to show timestamps, which I prefer. Yeah, so if anyone chats and I don't respond immediately, it's because like I'm not hearing that you have a chat, because, well, Restream's not doing a good job lately with being reliable. Alright, I think I have one more to get. Yes, one more horse. Now, if you're just coming into the stream, this is like a low-level rogue that I'm leveling. I'm doing it entirely without dungeons, without heirlooms, and without a guild, so I don't get any experience boosts. So it's going to be like basically as Blizzard intends you to level. It's still really easy to outpace zones. I think when they added the scaling for like combining two expansions for scaling, the fact that you can do either Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King from 70 to from 60 all the way to 80 instead of just 10 levels, it definitely fixed that, because you can do a lot of skipping for stuff that you find boring. Or you can spend as much time in a given expansion if you want. Because there's way more than enough content to actually do that level, so you can pick and choose your content a little better. And I've done all this quite a few times, so at this point it's like I know what I like. I know, you know, like I love Grizzly Hills because I love the atmosphere. I love the music for it. This is a fantastic zone. It's a highly underrated zone. This is my favorite leveling zone of Wrath of the Lich King, actually. But yeah, it's just like, I think, honestly, based on what I've seen of Shadowlands, like the fact that you can just pick one expansion and do that expansion from level 10 to 50 after you do your 1 to 10 starting zone will go a long way towards making the game more alt-friendly, because you don't... Every alt can get a different experience leveling instead of just like leveling through all the zones in Kalimdor, then going through and, you know, you do Hellfire, then you do, you know, Terakar, then you go to Negron, and then you go to, you know, the Northrend like that, and then you go to Borean Tundra or Howling Fjord, then it's Dragonblade, you know, and all that. You don't have to go every alt the same sequence. You can like say, I want to do Burning Crusade with this alt, and then Wrath of the Lich King with that one, or you can do Mists of Pandaria with the other one. But the other thing that I think it might break is farming mounts for low-level raids, because I'm going to assume that every raid is going to squash to 50, or squish to 50. So during the pre-patch, you're going to be level 50. All the raids are going to be level 50. All of them. So, like, if you try to do Ashes of LR, you have to get a group, you know? I don't know exactly how they're going to fix that. They might find a way to fix it. I don't know. Alright, so where was this guy? What am I trying to do? Oh, the moonshine's over here. I was tracking the wrong quest. The Alliance counterpart to Misha. That's actually a really clever way to do it. I mean, seeing what the delay is, 6 seconds, you know, doing it that way is pretty clever, but the one thing to note, might be differences in our clocks. And I agree, Wrath of the Lich King is a good expansion. I don't think it's my favorite. It's not my favorite expansion, but it is definitely up there. One of the things I don't get, like, I don't think Cataclysm was as bad as people say it is. It gets a lot of hate that it doesn't deserve, because it was actually a very, like, the raids were good. It was a fun expansion. The zones were good. Deep Home was really good. I prefer Cataclysm to Warlords of the Draenor, and honestly, I actually prefer Cataclysm to Legion 2. I just don't like world quests. I think they're just dailies with a new name, and more boring, actually. They're quick, there's that, but I mean, you can pick and choose your world quests a little better, and it does give more agency to the player than daily quests did. But I actually kind of preferred structured dailies. Like, I really liked, what was it, in Wrath of the Lich King? I forgot the name of the area. It's been a while. Up here. Not Ulduar, but no, it's where Ice Crown? Yeah, Hrothgar's Landing. And, you know, like, the Argent Tournament stuff was all interesting and fun. And I liked how you could pick up daily quests from a hub and have to go elsewhere on Northrend to do it. I thought the Molten Front in Cataclysm was really fun. I actually liked that content a whole lot. I'm glad that they did that. I didn't see that in the deep dive notes. I also really liked Mists of Pandaria. And part of the reason why I liked Mists of Pandaria is because I think class balance was about as good as it ever was in that expansion. There was good class balance. The raids were really good. Yeah, Warlords of Draenor is awful. Like, actually, I lost interest in the game because of Warlords of Draenor. I mean, I didn't like the raids as much as I did Mists of Pandaria. Like, the best raid was the first one, which was High Mall. And when it goes downhill from the first raid, that's not a good sign, because I didn't like Blackrock Foundry nearly as well as I did High Mall, and Hellfire Citadel was even worse. Yeah, Warlords of Draenor, it's like, I liked the Garrison concept, but, and the Garrison was fun, and I liked the Garrison a lot more than I did the Class Hall in Legion. But, just, the end game content wasn't there. It was so boring once you hit max level. Like, incredibly boring.
See you around.
Cataclysm had things to do at max level. Especially when you got into Firelands and you had the Molten Front, when your when Dragon Soul came out, you had the new dungeons. That's fair, because it is a social game, and that's part of the reason why I don't play it as much as I used to. I raided regularly from Ulduar all the way up to Hellfire Citadel. For Legion, I decided to stop raiding, and I didn't... I took the time off. I played very casually. Even for part of Legion, I was unsubscribed for a couple months. But it was a difficult decision to make, because the guild I used to be in, the guild leader is a really close friend of mine. And, like, it was the people that made... I loved raiding, it was the people, but it's just... I hated doing all the extra stuff outside of raids. I just wanted to log in, raid, and log out. Because I have other games that I want to play. I don't want to spend hours farming artifact power and, you know, farming rep and doing all that stuff. I think artifact power would be a lot better if there was a weekly cap, so you could either pace it out or choose how to approach it, instead of having to grind every single artifact power world quest just to be useful to your guild. And so I decided to take the break from raiding for Legion, and it was quite enjoyable just to be able to log in, do whatever I want, and log out. If I wanted to play a lot, I could play a lot. If I wanted to play a little, I could play a little. So at the end of Legion, I found I had missed it a lot, so I decided to raid again for Battle for Azeroth. So, like, about a month before Battle for Azeroth came out, I started raiding with my guild again, and I got pretty much heroic Antares geared within a few weeks, because no one needed the gear, so like all the leather stuff and rogue stuff got passed to me, essentially. I understood why the guild had struggled with progression compared to the past, because, like, I just remember on the Covenant of Shivara, I went in and I was severely undergeared for the content, and one of the last to die. Like, it was just amazing how people could not just even do basic Covenant of Shivara, like the mechanics, they just couldn't get it. Everyone was saying it was hard, and, you know, I was talking to one of the better players of the guild, and he was saying, you know, I think you're right in that, you know, Agrimar is way harder than Covenant of Shivara, you know, but it's just, it boggled my mind, because, like, I went in there, I think, this is pre-squish, I'm trying to remember how much health I had, I want to say I had 3.4 million health to everyone else's 5 million plus. I was so severely undergeared. And still was surviving fights. And still doing more damage than tanks. So I ended up getting well geared by the end of the expansion, and I decided to raid for Battle for Azeroth. And this is... I'm going someplace with this, and it's probably not going to be pleasant, but the day Battle for Azeroth launched, the leader of the guild that I was in went into a coma that he never came out of. He was a very close friend of mine. He passed away on the 17th of August, 2018. He, like I said, he literally went into coma the day this expansion launched. The last text I received from him was the day before. It sucked, because he was the reason why I wanted to raid again, and, you know, right on the expansion launch day, you know, he goes and, you know, finds out the hard way that he was diabetic. So I got to fly out to where he lives. I never met him in person. It was so surreal. The first time I ever seen him in person was seeing his ashes dumped into the Missouri River. It was awful. I decided to commit to raiding anyways, so I raided Uldir, and just the roster was, like, had problems. They were having trouble progressing. I didn't think there was enough accountability for players, so like it was just, and that was a big part of the problem. So I decided, with nothing really holding me to that guild, I decided to move to a different realm. So I took my character, transferred to another realm, posted on the forums about like recruitment, and responded to one group, the only group that actually read my ad, because I was getting people, it's like, hey, I want to raid this time and this time. And I was getting people like completely incompatible times, and and I said, basically, this is what I expect out of the guild I go into, and like, so someone responded and showed that they actually read my response. So that was the only character I really contacted, and I ended up raiding with them for the rest of heroic old year progression through mythic old year progression. Then started Battle of Dazara lore and raided heroic, and then I just found that I wasn't having fun anymore, so I decided to commit to them until they got their heroic Jaina kill, and then stopped raiding. And I expected, they would have to shift the roster around, and I would have been needed for Mythic like every once in a while. But like on week 1, after I got ahead of the curve, just wasn't invited to anything, and barely invited to Mythic Plus. So I started playing the game less and less, just because there was nothing to do. And I logged in one day about a month or so ago to find my character was guildless. They decided to G-kick me while I was offline, just for whatever reason. No explanation given. So I decided to just transfer my character back to the original realm that I was on, because I still know people there. I'd been playing on that realm since the Burning Crusades. So, like, anyone that's still on the realm, I know them there. And I've decided I'm done mythic raiding. I'm not going to mythic raid anymore. Maybe heroic, but I'd be perfectly happy just doing normal, or, logging and doing whatever. Went back to the old realm, and that was a few weeks ago. This is not the same realm. The connected realms I have for this character, there's Agrimar and Fizzcrank, which is the realm that I'm on. Fizzcrank is where I put all my Alliance characters, and Agrimar is where I put all my Horde characters. Unfortunately, I play mostly Horde, so Agrimar is nearly full, and Fizzcrank has nothing, except for 2 characters. But let's continue playing here. Let's get our moonshine.
Hey there.
Alright.
Have a good day.
Incidentally, when I was raiding Heroic Battle of Dazara lore, I got this mount. I was lucky. I got this mount like when the raid was only out for like 3 or 4 weeks. Which is really unusual for me. It usually takes me years to get mounts. Like the Atumen, the Huntsman's mount in Karazhan took me 5 years to get. Oh, it took me like 14 months to get my Thunder Fury on my main rogue. So when I say all this, I call this the baby rogue because my main character is a rogue. My highest level, most progressed character is a level 120 rogue, item level 415, I believe.
You got my...
And just to make it things, like in March I was item level 405. I have not gotten many upgrades just because the steep item level creep between the various difficulty of raids makes it such that if you go from being a heroic / mythic raider down to an LFR raider, you have to wait 2 tiers for an upgrade. That's nuts. So, my approach to areas like this, because they did make low-level questing a little bit more difficult, is to work my way in. And I just wasted Symbols of Death because I didn't have daggers. Because of that stupid stick quest. Getting the horses, I totally forgot to re-equip my daggers. Now I have to make sure I equip them in the right hands. 76, they're both item level 76, so it doesn't matter. They're gonna have the same DPS. Sometimes the port of Shadow Strike really disorients me. I learned eventually to get used to it with Shadow Step. But, like, it's just with Shadow Strike, it's different because I'm used to Shadow Step reorienting me. Like, with Shadow Strike, I'm not used to it. It's just an automatically Shadow Stepping backstab, is essentially what it is. Somehow pissed you off. What does that buff do? Oh, that's why my health is going down so fast. It is thorns, essentially. Tichondrius, huh? I don't have any characters on Tichondrius. Like I said, my main rogue's on Agrimar before he was on Mugthol. I tend to prefer PvE realms, and I know Tichondrius used to be a PvP realm before they added the war mode stuff. I actually liked that they added the war mode stuff. I think it was a fantastic design direction because it means you can get on a realm where your friends are. If you don't want a PvP, you can just turn war mode off. There's no distinction between PvE and PvP, and that makes it better for the social aspect of the game. You know, people say the game is not what it once was, and I agree. There are a lot of problems with the game. Like, I just don't think the reward and quest structure is what it was, but I think largely it has to do with the fact that the game's 15 years old. Everybody knows the game well. It's kind of hard to get, and MMOs are just not as popular as they once were. Like, I've made a rogue on one of the classic realms, and I think Classic is not going to be quite what it was in 2004 because, one, everyone knows the content. So there's no novelty effect. There's no newness effect of it. And two, one thing I observed when I played on the Classic realm is it was hard to find a group to do anything because, like, in Classic, it was a new game, so people were building their connections, building their friends lists, their networking. But the game's been out for 15 years now, and everyone has these you know, and like, there's no new players coming to the game, not really, so to speak of. So it's everyone who's known each other for 10 plus years. So what happens is they all just go to Classic together and play together, so it's kind of hard to find yourself into a group. So the social aspect is not there, and it's only because the game is old. I just found it was nothing like when I was leveling in the Burning Crusade, because I never played vanilla. I created my main rogue in September of 2008, a few months before Wrath of the Lich King launched. And at the time I was unemployed, because it was 2008 and the economy sucked. So I did not have any way of buying the game. Buying Wrath of the Lich King. So for months I was in Burning Crusade areas doing pretty much just dailies, that's it. But it was pretty convenient because I didn't have anything really to spend gold on, and I was getting a lot of gold doing the dailies. So by the time I got Wrath of the Lich King, which was probably about a month before Ulduar came out, I had enough gold to just buy Northrend Flight at level 78. It wasn't really a problem at all. I think during those couple months that I was just doing dailies in Burning Crusade, I think I earned something like 10,000 gold, which is a lot of gold at the time. I mean, that's nothing these days. It's only been a couple weeks since I transferred my rogue back to the realm, and I've already earned almost 40,000 gold just logging in to do my emissaries. That's it. I log in, do my emissaries, log out. Alright, so I have to disrupt these Iron Dwarf operations. Where are they? Like Alt Tab won't target the one directly in front of you. It's just sometimes it's really weird. So how do we disrupt it? I don't remember. Oh, raining down. Oh, that's right. You find the rocks, you pick up the rocks, and you throw them down. That's right. I remember now. Been a while. I have a little bit of lag now. My latency is good. Hey! Disrupted. Alright. Northern Salmon. Let's not track that because that's a fishing quest. Do I have the 8 missing pages? Yes, I do. Let's combine those pages then. Done all these quests. They're not faction specific. The Horde gets these quests too, so I might switch my focus back to faction specific quests. Actually, it might be a good idea. I wanted to change Mark for Death to Vigor, I think. Mark for Death is good for leveling, but I'm forgetting to use it. I gotta stop forgetting to use it. Let's go back, turn in some quests. How long have I been streaming? A little over an hour.
How are ya? See you soon.
There was someone else I was supposed to turn in a quest to? Was it? The damaged journal. Where's that turned in? Oh, there it is. It was hiding under the
Got my attention.
under the canopy.
Off with you.
That's not faction specific. I don't think there's much left in the way of faction specific quests. So maybe go back to Dragonflight, I think. Dragonblight. There should be some quests near Netherguard Keep, I believe. Let's go back to Netherguard Keep. I don't feel like flying there manually, so I will spend the gold and fly back to, not Netherguard, Winterguard. Netherguard Keep's in Blasted Lands. Oh, the Alliance and all these guard keeps. I usually pre-order the expansions. I probably will. I don't play WoW a whole lot, and like I said, I like to play other games. I haven't played Destiny 2 in a couple weeks. I really want to get back into Destiny 2. I'm liking the content so far, or the changes they made for Shadowkeep. Well, I should probably get back to doing Elder Scrolls Online. Okay, did not mean to do that. I'd probably get the Epic Edition. Like, in the past, for every expansion since Cataclysm, I have bought the Collector's Edition. The physical Collector's Edition. So I have the Collector's Edition box for Cataclysm, Miss Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion, and Battle for Azeroth. Including, like, all the stuff like the DVDs and whatnot. The Blu-rays, even. I have Cyberlink Power DVD, but it's really broken for Blu-rays for me right now. It crashes. It crashes for DVDs too, and I don't know why. I've completely uninstalled it and reinstalled it, and it's such garbage software, but there's really not many alternatives. Alright, so we have to be in the High General's head. Oh, we have to go down here for the High General. So let's mount up and go down there. I believe that's where the Scarlet Crusade is. The old remnants of the Scarlet Crusade, I believe. Yeah, I never had the collector's edition for vanilla, because I wasn't playing that. I was too busy trying to get a PhD. I don't have the collector's edition for Burning Crusade because it was almost over when I started playing WoW. I don't have the collector's edition for Wrath of the Lich King because I was unemployed. So Cataclysm was the first time I ever started doing that. Never played Warhammer. I mean, I do have Vermintide in my Steam collection, but I've never actually played it. It's just one game among many that's on the backlog on Steam. I have like over 150 games on Steam, and the overwhelming majority of them I've never played. Okay, how do we do this? He looks like he would hurt. Is this a group quest? I remember this quest being a pain.
Kill them, offenders! Do not fail me!
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought would happen. Okay, so how are we going to handle this? Let's wait for Vanish to come off cooldown. And when... just as an oh shit button. There is a secret to this, I think. Groups of threes is rough. I'm not sure I could do this yet. Usually they have something to make it more feasible, but I vaguely remember this quest always being a pain in the ass. This whole area was a pain in the ass all the time, so let's not do that one and instead do the other ones. I might take a break in a little bit because, well... Oh, my main rogue is on Agrimar. You know, one of the things I'm most proud of in this game is, I used to be active in the rogue theory crafting community, and for Warlords of Draenor, I wouldn't get a beta key for whatever reason. Didn't get one for Legion either. As soon as I unsubscribed though for during Legion, I got a beta key for Battle for Azeroth in the first wave. So I sincerely think when they give out beta keys, the first ones they give them to are going to be streamers, reviewers, and people whose subscriptions have lapsed. And the reason for that is because these are all the people who are going to try be most effective in enticing new people to the game. It makes a whole lot of sense, really. But at any rate, during the Warlords of Draenor beta, I did not have beta access. So, as a theory crafter, my only recourse was to simulate using Simulation Craft, and have experience programming, so I could modify the source code to change the behavior of the characters. And one of the things I noticed when I was looking at some of the scaling and whatnot was just like, it was weird how, because like my main is an outlaw rogue. I'm playing subtlety right now on this alt, but my main rogue is an outlaw rogue and was outlaw in Legion and was combat most of the life of my rogue. Before that, I think the only times I was never a combat or outlaw main spec was during Throne of Thunder in Mists of Pandaria, because one, that 4-set for combat sucked. It was terrible having a half-second global cooldown. It wasn't fun at all. And the other reason was because Killing Spree actually caused us a 1% wipe on Duramu once, and I'm like, screw this. And as soon as we had that wipe, I switched specs and we got the kill on the next bull. And that alone was enough reason for me to decide to change specs. I stayed that spec until they actually made combat decently good in Siege of Orgrimmar again. So it was combat again in Siege of Orgrimmar. But at any rate, in Warlords of Draenor, I started simulating combat rogues, and I, like, with the original patch notes for Warlords of Draenor, I noticed that the mastery hit too hard with the offhand. I initially saw the scaling for the offhand, like for mastery as a stat, was really good, and the more mastery you had, the better it became. And if you got enough mastery, it actually meant you wanted to put your higher item level weapon in your offhand. And it became like, and part of the problem was that Sinister Strike and Revealing Strike didn't hit very hard, and Main Gosh did. So what would happen is you would just put whatever your better weapon was in the offhand, and you know, it was just really bizarre how it affected stat scaling, and it made it so you just wanted to hard cap mastery. And so I put a blog post on it saying, this is bad, this is why it's bad, these are the problems it creates, and these are some stat values, you know, some damage values I suggest. And I suggested reducing the damage of Main Gosh and increasing the damage of Sinister Strike and Revealing Strike. And I'm like, I'm assuming this is roughly what your DPS goal is. You know, I made the assumption for Blizzard that the DPS goal was this, and I just tweaked the values until I got approximately the same DPS, and just said, this is what I think fixes the problems while keeping roughly the same amount of damage. So I did that, and then rogues in Twitter picked up on it, and then started playing with it, and they're like, well, if this is true, maybe we should put a dagger in the main hand. And anytime, like, outlaw wanted a dagger in the main hand aside from the legendary daggers, Blizzard was really quick to stop it. So they saw that the Indeed made so you wanted a dagger in the main hand. So a month after I put this blog post out, there was a patch for Warlords of Draenor Beta with the exact same values that I had suggested in my blog. So, and those values went live, and they were live for most of the expansion. So, like, I can say that I had a hand in the course of the game, at least for one of the specs of the game, directly. One of my proud moments of this game was that's pretty much what it was. What else? Oh wait, I have to... Note to self! Skin it, or clean it before skinning it. I still never got that Warlords of Draenor Beta key. That's the thing about quests like this. I have to step away because I can skin it on a single click, or on a left click, so I have to step away to, so I don't automatically start skinning it. Like, that's one of the things they changed in Legion was, like, multiple people could skin the same corpse. So skinning a corpse didn't make it disappear. There's been myriad improvements to the game like that. What's up here? You know, I've never seen this area.
You need something?
I don't think. Argent Crusade. It makes me wonder if this quest is available to Horde. I should look for it on my my main. I really should get used to using Mark for Death more. I really should do that more. It's very effective. I'm just forgetting that I have it. Oh, I forgot about dots. I hate dots. See how much faster things are die if you actually use your tools? slower because I don't have find weakness. I don't have find weakness because these things all put diseases on you. I guess when you loot them, it doesn't deselect them like it used to. That certainly helps things. I should eventually make a stream for a what is it? A laughing skull? Is it? One of the allied races. Burning it doesn't just... Wait, no, I should burn it, then loot it, then skin it. I'm smart sometimes. Alright, I need... Oh, I've already done all that, so... Now what's next? So where's Rifle the Bodies? That's all the way over there, so we need to... Come on. Why isn't it picking them up? Okay, so it has a cast time, that's why. Where do we drop them off? I'm wondering, can you pick up multiple of them? Nope. Where do we drop them off? Griffin Station. That's what I thought. It's over here somewhere? I'm trying to remember. Where's the flight point? I've definitely done a better job over the course of the game of making the quests more intuitive, because like now that I'm doing this from the Alliance side, maybe it was obvious way back in the day, but like some things are not inherently obvious on how to do something, so it's like so I think with today's stream, the goal is maybe just ding 72. I usually play games in roughly 2-hour sessions. Also, when Shadowlands comes out, I will be live streaming the entire leveling process, which is what I did for Battle for Azeroth and for Legion. I streamed the entire leveling. Battle for Azeroth, I think I did, or sorry, for Legion, I did 1 zone per stream. I streamed it over 4 days. I think it was over 4 as well for Battle for Azeroth. Might have been 3. I think I was basically doing 1 zone per session. But when I do those live streams, I do not keep the video on demand public. Those are strictly for live streaming. It used to be that I would be in Discord with my guildies and, you know, like, live streaming raiding, I never left them public after the stream, mainly because I'm in Discord with guildies, and sometimes they talk about their personal lives, which is fine for a live stream, but I never really wanted to leave that out in the open on the, you know, on my channel. So those streams have always been kept unlisted afterwards. Now these ones, these solo ones, where I'm doing like leveling an alt or just doing miscellaneous stuff like Raid Finder or whatever, those I would leave public. Speaking of games that I've done, I still haven't finished Doom. I don't even have it installed now. My Doom live stream series is on the last level. I just gotta finish the level and kill the Spider Mastermind, and then the game will be done. That live stream is at the Ultra Violence difficulty. I have to finish Bioshock 2. I have to finish Alice Madness Returns. %, 206 out of 228, so 22k. What's the experience on it? 10k. Like 2 more quests and I'll be done. Alright, so rifle the bodies. We'll go and do that quest since that we have the other quest over there to turn in. We'll just turn them in, even though I don't. Ugh. The mouse in this game sometimes. Oh.
Need help?
I am now honored with Alliance Vanguard. Isn't that cool? Might be an upgrade. That looks like it might be an upgrade.
The Alliance.
Return to the High Commander. Where exactly is the High Commander?
Fate smiles upon us this day.
Hey, an upgrade.
Our work has just begun. Light be with you.
Hello. Farewell.
We need about 10,000, so let's go do that one quest.
Well met. Be careful.
Peace be with you.
Well, there's 72. That was my goal for the day. So I think with that, we are going to find the inn and end the stream. So we are going to end the stream here. Alright, I want to thank everyone for stopping by, liking, subscribing, all that stuff. I might do some more of the Baby Rogue streaming tomorrow, so look for it if you can, and I will see you then.